Sunday morning and we're in the front row all day.
Yeah. IKEA. What is IKEA? You know the first two letters are the man's initials who started IKEA, Ingvar Kamprad. And then the other two are the district from where he was born and where he grew up. And that's not far from where we are, also in Småland, especially tomorrow when we're on our way to Sofiero. Another beautiful castle. But that is where this gentleman, very interesting about this man. You know that's the largest furniture manufacturer in the world, don't you? And what is IKEA? IKEA is it's kind of ready-made furniture. You put it together yourself. He put this, I mean, at a very young age. We're talking about 9 years old. And that's what a lot did. Started selling matches in the street. But he was together sitting around a table with his uncle. And they put this idea together, and it was a catalog business. He is worth billions right now, billions. He has just put the name of the company under his son right now. He's back in his 80s, early 80s, and as an amazing man, his charitable contribution. It is the largest. It is more than Bill and Melinda Gates, what they give. They give 33 million right there. He gives 36 on that. And it dates back into 1800s and earlier than that, 16, 17, 1800s. And it's a very popular color, but there's a reason for that too. That color is also because of it preserves the wood. It used to be, at one point in time, in the 1800s, it was banned and they had to start painting their homes white and yellow. But right now, it's made a resurgence and very, very popular colors. It's getting a little older and the elements have taken its course on the building. It starts flaking, so it's real easy to brush off and then repaint. Land. You are on the strongest landmass of this Eurasian landmass, as they call it. But what do you think this rock is?
Granite.
Granite, yes. It is strong and it acts like a sponge. And you will also see shale.
Apartment building, but it used to be a grain silo. We're in a town called Nykoping. I think he's all patched up for winter. You can see this reddish orange that's so prevalent throughout the country. There's some nice salads and sandwiches and pastries. Station where she's making the waffles and then turning them into the cones. But now I'm famous for ice cream. It's a little different than what we're used to.
Really knew of her life and the peril that she was in, this situation, and he would have done anything for her, and she would write in her letters to him, please, it's too dangerous right now, please just, do not write back anymore. But this is the younger Axel von Fersen that worked also in the American Revolution, also fought in our wars too. But a very interesting story. So now this is a place, a very popular place for people to come to and visit. Okay, sir. And here it is.
Here's a bunch of carriages. Very old. This is 1774. And up here on the house, it says 1753. The prince of the family that owned this was a good personal friend of Marie Antoinette. Very nice restaurant. And we have orchids. There's lots of orchids in this country. We have hot dog. We have some really nice bread here. Local cheese. Here's some of the candy, some body creams and soaps, and dusters. Here's the bees that make this honey. It looks very good. Some local strawberries and corn and onions. This is inside the front door of the castle. Pretty stark today. And I guess they could shoot your ankles here. And look at the beautifully painted ceiling. Outside this building it says 1652. So maybe they built this building before that building that says 1753. That was when they were wealthier. And kid out for a pony ride.
Not in their homes, they're cross-country skiing. And a lot of these trails are lit, and so they, of course, they can ski at night when it's dark. And they'll be out in the forest. So it's a very active lifestyle. And this
is the Gota Canal, G-O-T-A-K-A-N-A-L. It's over 200 miles long, and originally it was going to connect with the coast, but the era of trains made it canal obsolete before it was even finished. But hey, it's nice today for people in their private boats to cruise up and down the canal. And these are called tractor eggs. It's actually silage that's been bundled up for the livestock through the winter. Here's some jet planes. Saab makes those jets around here. Maybe over there. More jets.
From 800 to 1058. And these are, this was a commemorative stone. It could be a headstone, which this one happens to be. There are thousands of these Viking stones throughout Sweden and all over it, different places all over the world. This is quite unique, and it's the alphabet, and it was about 26 letters in this alphabet. This is using the twig style. It's quite large in dimension. You can go up and get pictures, but I want you to take close attention. Just look at the structure that is kind of like a canopy that's over this stone. But this is in front of a church, or to the side of the church, and then you're going to see the Lutheran church that you're able to walk up to. Interesting to note now that the church is not owned by the state. They departed in the year 2000.
Tractor eggs.
And you had the Protestant, or you had the Reformation that in the 1500s, around a little bit of money, but that is for birth and marriage and death. So hatched, matched, and then departed on that. And so this is what they pay for. But about 1% of the population now is going to church. And you wanted to go to Valhalla because there was your afterlife.
We've stopped here at this church to see this Viking stone. So there's marks on this side, and lots more marks on this side. And this is on the back side. It's covered with writing too. This is a spiral-shaped grass labyrinth. Cult symbol that on a limited area represents a long and difficult journey. Here it says, "Get freedom." The Vikings like tug-of-war, so you can get people here and line them up on either side and tug. The cemetery's very well kept up. Nice flowers, some of them planted, some of them in vases. And over here we have a very old part of the cemetery. And back here are some tools so that when you're here taking care of your family's plot, you can water and weed. Only about 1% of the people in Sweden go to church on a regular basis. Here's a very old pulpit, and it's sitting back here in the corner. Here's the modern pulpit. It's in front of the church. Series of nice chandeliers. And there's a pipe organ there in the back.